Okay, so that should help the stream a bit. We'll see how that works. Um, let's see. That's. I guess it's better. I don't know. We'll see. Still a little foggy, but I think it's probably the best we're gonna get right now. So that's fine. That'll be fine. All right, that'll be okay.
Looks
We'll
good for me personally.
yeah. It should be all right. I think it's gonna be kind of down to individuals and how their connections work. I'm just gonna run this on my Linux laptop and see what happens here. Okay. Very good. Very good. All right. Okay. Let's check this and let's. Yeah. Good. All right. Well, it's all right. It'll be okay. Um. Yeah. Very good. All right. Yeah, I can hear you. Just give me 1 second. We're muddling through a few little things here. Excellent. um, that one elite. Yo, what's up? What's up with you, man? I hope you're having a fantastic night. We're going to try to muddle through some problems with Streamlabs OBS and maybe switching to just OBS in general eventually. But if you have a question, please join the chat. Links in the description down below of the video. So jump in, ask your questions in furry call-in show if that's what you want to do. So, okay.
Hey
Um,
guys, just so this doesn't get into like very much chaos, I'm gonna make a channel for the Furry Talk Show, so you can put your questions in there, and then that'll give us like a list we can call on, so we're not skipping over anybody, and everybody gets a turn.
sounds good. Um, okay, so I think, Alex, you jumped in, so you had a question?
Yeah, have you ever like built a gaming room before?
Do what?
Have
Say
you
again?
built a gaming? Have you built a gaming room?
Have I built a gaming room before? Yes, I have.
Yeah.
I built a few of them, having moved a few times. I've had to deconstruct and reconstruct gaming rooms a number of times. Um, different like retro gaming and console gaming, PC gaming, pretty much everything. I've done all of those things.
Okay. Do you have a like a water cooling computer or something?
I have two of those at current.
Oh, that worth like $1,000 or something? Just one like
It
really
depends on
quick.
what your build is, um, and what type of liquid cooling system that you are trying to make. There's a number of different styles. So very basic liquid cooling systems right now. Almost everyone uses a liquid cooling system for their CPU. Some people use it for their GPU or their graphics card. Some people use it for the RAM, and that's some people have it for everything. And those are usually custom rigs, and they're very, very expensive to do. Mine only cools at current my CPU, and I have that for both rigs. I'm using Corsair to cool mine right now, and Corsair makes a great CPU cooler. I think mine is a two fan system, which is pretty much all you need, but you can get single fan systems and radiators and double and then triple fan systems, and then you can go all the way to like the huge pumps and just make things just ridiculous, right? So that's something to keep in mind.
I could cut in on this issue. I personally have one and it's really fucking good.
Yeah, they're
Um,
great. They're great
yeah,
for the longevity of your system. They're fantastic for especially if you're planning on overclocking a system, they are fantastic for that. They are capable of pushing your system to like a much higher level. So I highly suggest using those in a new build if you're planning on building a new one. So, does that answer your question, Alex? I hope it did.
Yes, it did.
Fantastic. Happy to help.
Can I ask a question?
Of course, Nero. What's your question?
How did you and Ink meet?
We met online. I commissioned her to do the art for my fursuit, my first character, which was Switch. That was the character I intended on putting out there as my face, the whole thing, and then I ended up going with Spin, who was kind of much more of an afterthought kind of thing. Uh, you know, but I ended up going through a number of different things, but we ultimately met. Just one second, Dutchy, if you don't mind, if you would mind muting your mic for me, that'd be great. Thank you. All right. So we met through that, and so I was a commissioner of hers for like a long time, and we knew each other for a number of years, and it just so happens that I was lucky enough that she didn't see the immense amount of damage, and was just like, yeah, I'll go with that guy. He seems good. And I'm punching well above my weight with her. She's absolutely amazing. But we met online. Does that answer your question, or were you hoping for more detail?
It answered my question, but I kind of want to hear Ink's side too, if that's okay. If she's willing to.
Oh, that's
totally fine.
That's okay. I will.
So I might repeat some things that he's already said, but we met online. We were in the same fursuit group chat, and it's probably the only reason why we even met is because we both got our fursuits made by the same maker, and he reached out to him and was like, hey, you're cool, I like your art, can I commission you? And I was like, yeah, sure, I love drawing dogs, I'll draw your dog. So I drew his dog, and then from there he messaged me every now and then, and I didn't really know him, so I was very awful at messaging back for the longest time. He'd send me a message, and I'd be like, oh, it's that guy. Well, I'm gonna leave him on red. And then we met at FWA and actually became friends and hung around and stuff like that. And from then on, we just kept meeting up at these conventions. Everyone that I went to, he was always there, and vice versa. So from there, we just became closer friends.
Awesome.
So yeah, it's fun.
Indeed. Well, I guess she's much better at telling that story than I am because she remembers a lot more of the stuff than I do. But I hope that answers that question.
Yeah, it does.
All right, very good. Okay, so let's move on to a couple questions that we had in the chat, as it were, at least in Discord. Vexie, I believe that's how you say the name, Vexie. What are some tips for going to your first con? Don't go by yourself. Go with friends, and make sure that you kind of have a plan for your time there. So like, don't put everything into a category like I must do this or I must do that. Basically, just pick some things that you would really like to do, and try to hit those. Like pick more than what you can do, and just try to hit the ones you can. That way you're not like just sitting there going, "Oh, well, what do we do?" Like pick some things that you want to do. Like go to some panels. Definitely go check out the fursuit dance competitions. My God, those guys are amazing. I don't know how they do that without dying. I've worked backstage at a dance competition, and those guys are amazing. Just absolutely amazing. Okay. So,
Right quick, Alex had a question for me, so I'm gonna jump in on your talk show.
okay.
You asked if I'm British. I am not British. I am very southern. I'm from Georgia. So the opposite of British.
Indeed. So yeah. All right. Now we've had Dorka Duchy waiting for a while, so let's go ahead and have Dorka if you're still there.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
I've been in the furry. I've actually joined the furry community through my ex. She created my persona for me, so I've been a big fan of the furry fandom. I've watched a lot. I watched your YouTube a lot on some of the
Awesome.
videos you've done with Spin and with Switch. I
Yeah.
have to admit, you're fun. You're fun to watch, and you're a joy to any of the furries YouTube channels I watch. With Telephone and the videos she's posted are just
Yeah.
fun. So you kind of have some of it in it. If I were to pick my top 5 fursuiters for inspiration, it'd be you, Telephone, Majira, Coyote, Corey Coyote,
Yeah.
and Kiwi Fox.
Well, I definitely appreciate it. Although, I'm not sure I deserve to be in a list with those guys. Those guys seem a little
You're
bit
just
higher.
Well, you have your quirks about you, and that kind of fits in with my personality in a sense, because you're fun to hang out with. You'd be fun to hang out. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, we're having a little bit of static on your end, so it's kind of hard to hear you. You kind of cut in and out a little bit.
Sorry, it's my internet connection. If I have too many things open, my bandwidth ends up getting eaten up by Discord. If I'm watching, say, right now I'm trying to watch your stream at the same time I'm on the Discord server. So.
Okay. Well. Yeah. That's totally fine. Was I definitely appreciate all of that. That's very kind of you to say. Absolutely. Like probably accolades I do not deserve. I don't think. But I appreciate it nonetheless. Did you have a question, or was it just to like I kind of like pump my ego a bit?
It was a little bit of it was just to kind of join in into this and
Okay.
kind of give my feedback.
Yeah, I
to you.
appreciate
Not
it.
just for your ego, but to boost your morale.
Oh, I definitely appreciate it.
I do have a question, kind of in the furry sense.
Okay.
I am making I make custom persona tails made out of those pony bees. You remember making like them lizards and stuff?
Yes.
I make those, but I'm trying to get a big fan base for this and try to kick it off. I don't have Kickstarter. I don't have any of the GoFundMe stuff, and it was just it's something I wanted to do for everybody, and I wanted your input, how I would go about trying
Um,
to advertise?
Well, if you're not doing like GoFundMe or anything like that, which I highly suggest, like posting stuff up on Twitter, things like that. Maybe doing a few and hosting some giveaways. Those are always nice. People like free things. They always do. That's a good suggestion to do that. Another one you could do is think about like if you go to conventions, think about like obviously utilizing that stuff there and trying to make connections with people that can push your content even higher. Because it's
Thank you
basically
for that. Actually, that does help, and I'm grateful for the input on that because I'm just a beginner in this crafting stuff. I'm not
yes.
like well known into it.
I'm
I
not a
want to
crafter at all, so
broaden
I
that
wouldn't know.
out.
I'm not a crafter, so I wouldn't know.
Okay.
This is- Uriel, I'll say as many times as I damn well please.
So,
Yeah. Uh, all right. Well, I hope that answers your question. Thank you so much for the accolades. I really, again, I do not deserve that kind of praise. Uh, there should be there's so many people that you should be looking up to instead of me. So many. Oh God, so many. Anyway, but I appreciate it nonetheless.
not a problem. It's the least I could do, and I, I like watching your content. That's basically it.
Well, definitely stay tuned for more of my content because we have another video that my editor just got back to me with, and we'll have that out fairly soon. So hope that.
Can't wait to watch it. I look forward to it. I'm gonna probably head off to the server I'll head off the call for the night, and I'll continue watching.
All right, thank you so much. Vixie had another question. Do you think furries would be more widely accepted within time, or better with celebrities creating characters and not saying they're furries? For example, being Kanye with Dropout Bear and Kid Cudi with Kid Fox. Well, we've had a number of people that have done other things that that have made the fandom a lot more acceptable. I think the issue is that there's a huge bias, and I don't think that that's going to be overcome with just a few people. It's going to need to be more than that. We're going to need more people out there. I know that. Let's see. I believe it was Violent J from ICP. His daughter, if I'm not mistaken, I may have gotten the name wrong. Has a fursuit, and he also had a fursuit made, and went to the very last MFF before all of this Corona stuff happened. And I think that helps a lot. I think the more people that are in it, the more people are going to realize that a lot of the negative stereotypes are just that, they're stereotypes. And there are things that people have assumptions about, because people have assumptions about all of us, and we all make assumptions. We all have our own ideas about how something's going to turn out, or what a group of people are like, right? We all do that, and you don't get over that until you actually meet that group of people, and you start to realize that a lot of the stereotypes that you've been fed have been really false, and they've just been nothing. So I hope that answers your question, and feel free to ask any others that you have. Let's see. Scoop, you had a question.
Yeah, I had a bit of a question.
Okay.
So, This one's a bit off topic,
Yeah.
but what do you think about South Australia banning gel blasters?
They banned what now?
Gel blasters, it's basically Airsoft Junior. I can only find the guns firing up to 200 FPS.
Gel blasters. That's weird. It's weird. So those
Yeah,
are,
it's
yeah.
kinda-
Oh yeah, I think I've heard about those. I have. I didn't know what was their reason for banning them, or do you know?
Allegedly they were just too violent or something. Like they were just too.
That seems like a garbage line of reasoning from people that don't like
It
guns.
is.
It's mostly
Alex, you were
people.
trying to get in on this?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were.
Yeah.
No, but
No.
when you made this poster that I'm about to send you over Discord, it's fucking horrible.
Okay. You can send that to me. Okay.
Yeah, sent it to you. Sorry, image quality isn't the best, but just look at that thing.
Okay. Let's see if I can pull that up. Hold on. Let me do this.
Does someone say my name?
I mean,
Yeah, what you need?
did he ban paintballs?
Yeah. For the most part, yeah, but it's ridiculously overregulated.
Okay.
What?
You know.
I got shot in the neck twice, and I'm not even, and it didn't even hurt. Well, that probably hurt.
Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Let me
Oh, are you trying to bring it up on screen?
Yeah, just give me 1 second here, and I'll bring it up. I'll bring it up for everybody.
I can help you if you need.
Oh no, I got this one. Let me just bring this up. All right, so if you guys are seeing this, is like if you have a gel blaster, you have a firearm. You now need to obtain a firearms license to handle it in, or hand it in. I'm sorry. Holy shit! Really? Okay. All right. So that's honestly, one of the dumbest things I believe I've ever heard. Generally speaking, I think that is nanny stating to the point of ridiculousness. That is overregulation to a point where it's just like anything that looks like a gun is scary, so you shouldn't have it because we don't like you to have guns.
Oh, they also banned airsoft.
Of course they banned airsoft. You know, like why wouldn't you have, why would you want people to have a methodology for training themselves? It's much easier to control a population when you take away their guns. It's much easier to control a population when you remove their ability to train in any aspect so that you keep that particular methodology of violence basically monopolized to the government. And when you think about your government has a monopoly on violence. They're allowed to do violence to you anytime they want. You are not allowed to do violence to them. If you do, you're a criminal. When they do it, it's justice, right? Right, guys? Sound stupid? Because it is.
I don't know. Killing pedophiles by anybody sounds like justice to me.
Well, I mean, there's a difference in like going after people for one crime or another, but also like, when you're talking about like just wholesale slaughters of individuals, that can be pretty bad. It's but just in general, banning airsoft is, wow, guys, you're just you're on a different level. I'm sorry. Okay, so I probably missed a few questions. I hope that answered your question, Scoop. I really do.
After that, I have one more question.
Oh, you did?
To the poster itself.
Yeah,
have
sure.
you ever seen someone put their rear sight on like that?
Let me just pull that back up so I can actually see that.
Yeah, and what is it? They couldn't even pull out the dust pan.
Wow. Well, the handle guard on that, I mean, the handle is just so far back. Like
No, I don't do
just that's
They were trying to put it on, and they just fucking gave up.
yeah. No, they probably it showcased how little they probably know about firearms in general, and most of the time when the people that want to ban guns the hardest are the ones that are the most terrified of them, and consequently have the least knowledge of them. It's like saying someone gets to regulate cars but doesn't know what a car is. They get to regulate engine size, but they don't know what valves are. They don't know what they get to regulate all of these things, but they don't know the first thing about them. It's almost like when you regulate the internet when you don't know anything about the internet because you're too old to know anything about the fucking internet. Still maybe a little salty about net neutrality getting cut to pieces, and hopefully we can rectify that, because that was an absolute that was a nightmare. But anyway, Scoop, I hope that answered your question. I've never heard of someone doing that ever. That's crazy talk. Let's see.
It's only South Australia, not all of it though.
Oh, okay. Well, of course it is.
Anyways, get to the other question.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see if I missed anything. BL1T7, the Protogen hybrid. Is a Protogen allowed to have one set of, what was it? Primogen ears? I'm not sure what those are. I might be saying that wrong. I'm dyslexic, so I might be saying that wrong. And one set of Protogen / wolf ears, or is that illegal? I have no idea. I don't know what the species rules are on that, or if they have species rules or not. I don't know. I'm guessing that was supposed to probably be like that's the normal type of ears, the Primogen ears, I'm guessing, is how that's actually said, and not the way I said it, which is because I have no concept of how to speak, apparently. But yeah. Let's see. Vixie just came in with a question, so let's get. I'm not Vixie. I'm sorry. Vexie. My mistake. Have you ever come across furries that become oversensitive over factual topics? Just asking because my local area Discord loves to jump on people for saying something that doesn't fit their views. What that's called is called cognitive dissonance. And if you continue to argue logic with people that are holding a position that they obviously know is contrary to what the facts are showing them, or what the information is showing them, they may try to retrofit that in such a way that they can kind of keep their own ideology without having to change it. If you're trying to do that, it can get kind of nasty. But have I come across people that are oversensitive to factual topics? Absolutely, all the time. Plenty of people are oversensitive to that because cognitive dissonance is something that happens to everyone, and it's something that we as a people have to deal with. And the problem is you're not going to be able to actually change their minds with logic. When they start to back into a corner, you'll actually probably do more harm than good. So you have to kind of back up, re-establish rapport with the person, maybe tell a joke or something like that, and just kind of re-establish the rapport so that you can kind of do that. If you're trying to kind of say yeah, but that doesn't make sense because these things, it's kind of like trying to, I was watching a video and just today, and they had this amazing like example of cognitive dissonance where they're talking about someone who's smoking, and then they say like, well, but I don't care if I die early. Well, obviously you do care if you die early. That's that's kind of a cop out. It's so that you can keep that, so you can keep smoking, because you understand that smoking would be very hard to break. It's going to cost you a lot of pain and suffering to do so, and it's just easier to do this other thing. So I'm going to keep smoking, and well, no one in my family ever died from that. Well, that's no guarantee that you won't, and they know that. But if you back them into a corner with that, they're going to get more defensive, and they're not going to be receptive to your argument whatsoever. So what you have to do is you have to pull back a bit and then kind of approach it again more slowly, because once they enter a cognitive dissonance, because they'll say things like, so you're saying, it's like, so you're saying if I smoke I'll instantly die. Like, no, that's not what I'm saying. And they're going to get angry, and they're going to start yelling, and once they do that, they've locked up. And at that point, there is no point having the conversation with them, because they're not listening anymore. They when your viewpoints are challenged, and something else they said that was just brilliant, that just, oh my god, I never thought of it that way. When your viewpoints are changed in such a way, and hit and attacked in such a way, this is what it is, you're attacking someone's viewpoints. The way the world worked doesn't work that way, and now they feel like maybe they're dumb for feeling that way, or dumb for having had that worldview. So you're attacking their worldview, and they become very defensive, and it becomes this fight or flight kind of motif. And the reason for that is there's very little difference between cognitive dissonance happening and a full-on panic attack, because that's what's happening. If you stop and think about the times you've gotten angry at someone bringing up something that they were right about and you were wrong about, and you think about how you felt, it was a fight or flight response. It was genuine panic. And you can stop that. You can stop that. You can just, take a moment, breathe, just kind of put your hand on your chest. I think they said, just stare down at yourself and breathe, and realize that what you're feeling is a panic attack, and collect yourself, and you'll be able to listen to that person, because the object of a conversation like that is to share information. It's not to win, it's to share information. It's to come together, bring your information together, and get out of that a more perfect and more distinct understanding of the world. If you're in a debate with someone and your only object is to win, then you may be in it for maybe debate club, and there's a reason for that. But if you're trying to convince somebody of a new fact, something that's scientifically proven, and they don't want to listen, you may have to take these approaches, because you can't be in it to win, because they'll just back up and they'll hold tighter to their beliefs, and you'll get nothing done. I promise. Nothing done. I hope that answers your question. I know that was probably a bit more long-winded than you needed, but it was a chance to be a little bit expansive on that topic, and to show people how they might approach other people that have that same sort of cognitive dissonance, in their own groups, or other people that they might find that have that kind of thing. So I hope that helps. Let's see.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, of course you can, Nero.
What do you think of Zootopia 2 coming out November?
I didn't know that there was a new one coming out, but I'll definitely be there to watch it. So, if everyone's vaccinated or whatever. But
Okay.
yeah. I hope that answers your question. I'll start looking at the trailers now. I didn't know they were bringing a new one out. It's been a while. I didn't think they were. I thought they were definitely just gonna ditch the project entirely.
Holy shit, I thought he was pulling my leg.
Yeah, apparently that's the truth. Let's see. BL1T7. I'm just gonna call you the Protogen hybrid. Protogens have an early prototype of the Primogens. By the way, Primogens of the first gen are protogens are common. Okay, so there's a lot to kind of get into there with how protogens work, and protogens are a crazy cool species. They really are. Just mixing the tech aspect and the furry aspect is really cool. Very neat concept. Very expensive fursuits though. Very expensive, but I like them because they're tech oriented, and because I like cybersecurity, and that's tech oriented. I like that too. So there you go. Anyway, let's see. Okay. Let's see, what time is it? Wow, we have been at this for a while now. Good
How
God.
long has it been?
Well, of the two streams, we've had it for, I don't know, about an hour now. Tech stuff is cool. Yes, I believe so as well.
So, quick question.
Yeah.
So far, which do you prefer? Do you prefer the old traditional method, or do you prefer more this one?
As far as
The Gastro.
oh, in regards to a live stream, you mean?
Yes. Yes.
I think this one's a lot more interactive, and I think I think it gives more people something more to see and do and hear more than just like me just speaking at a camera, reading out your question, and then trying to get to it. I think it's better, and like it also it allows for a deeper conversation, and I think that's better.
But you personally, which one do you like?
I like both depending on what I want. As far as a call-in show, this is a good call-in show kind of thing. I might adjust the desk better, and I might get a mug of tea and put it here, and then when the tea's gone, show's over. That kind of thing.
Well, then you might could get a big cup.
I have a fairly big one. I actually just got one of the Ember mugs that keeps your tea warm. Or whatever you put in there, but I'm only gonna put tea in there because that's what I like. But yeah.
Well, sorry that you're wrong. Coffee's amazing.
I mean, you can have all of the filthy dirt water that you want.
Oh, shut up! You drink tea out of a strainer.
Yeah, it's I mean, I've never liked it. I've never liked the bitterness, and I don't really consider like Starbucks drinks to be coffee. It is, to quote from last night, it's liquid tiramisu, and it's hardly coffee at that point. So, yeah.
I mean, personally, I like a bit of bitterness in my morning. Get me up and ready,
No, I mean, I have bitterness in my morning every day. I wake up and I'm up, so I'm pretty bitter about that. Yeah. Let's see here. Vixie said, "Do you think that do you think you receive backlash on some videos because people are scared?" I think I receive backlash on videos because I've taken somebody's screen time and they were in the midst of watching Josh Dub play VR games, which I can understand because I love Josh Dub. I really do. Josh Dub, Rekid, and your narrator here are absolutely amazing. I really like those three in particular. There's one other, and I keep forgetting his name, and I'm so sorry that I am. Not that they're watching my stuff anyway, but who knows. I think I receive backlash mainly because I'm a furry and people don't like that, and people have their ideologies, and I don't conform to their ideologies, and it doesn't go well for them. Let's see. I'm not going to begin to try to say your first name, but Noodle, hello Noodle. How are you doing today? Well, I guess it is today now. right now. How are you doing right now? I hope it's fantastic. I'm doing fantastic, and I hope you are too.
Well, it's technically not right now because there's a delay on the stream.
There is a delay. It's just our moderator said, "Now I want tea." If you want tea, you're free to come down and make you some and also me some. That would be great. I would really like that.
So, sorry if there's no one else.
No, there's no one else speaking.
Oh, all right. Well, did you ever think about doing some more sort of gaming streams, or is that just not something you would be interested in?
No, actually,
a while back.
no, I was doing some gaming streams, and I didn't know if people really enjoyed those or really hated those. I thought about doing some more, and I've been kind of toying with the idea of doing some more gaming streams, especially some VR streams. I really like VR games, but there's also been a couple like horror games I've thought about doing, you know, of playing. There's a game, Dead of the Night, that's amazing horror game, mixed reality kind of horror game style, and you know, it's like click to move kind of stuff, and it's really cool. It combines murder mystery with like ghost hunting, and like, you know, there's a killer chasing you through the hotel, and it's really crazy, and I kind of want to play that for you guys and see what you guys think. I would have to set everything up very specifically though, so we'll see. But I could probably do that, you know, if there was enough people interested. I also considered again making a kind of a basics in cybersecurity hacking tutorial kind of thing. So I think that's probably my thought process on that, because I also consider hacking to be kind of a game as well, especially capture the flag. I need to be a lot better at it to do those videos, and I would have to have those videos as playthroughs, and I'd have to edit a lot of that, because a lot of hacking is just sitting there and going, okay, now we wait. You know, that kind of thing. But yes, Scoop, I have considered that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Very good. But yeah, that should do it. Well, no, I think it's, you know, it's about 1:23 now.
Oh damn, 1:23.
Yeah,
Only 10
1:23.
o'clock for me.
Yeah, a bit of a time jump over here. I actually have to get to bed fairly soon, because I have to go to a smithy tomorrow.
A what?
Like a forge.
Oh.
Yeah, and I've got to go, and we're apparently working on a sword for a friend of mine, and I'm really interested in doing that, and I'm hopeful to learn bladesmithing, because it's something I'm really interested in learning, and eventually getting, you know, getting something like that. But it'll be a bit before I do something like that.
So, does that mean we're potentially going to have smithing streams sometime in the future?
I don't know about all that. I think Alex Steele does a better smithing stream than anybody else. He's just fantastically optimistic and so hopelessly positive. That I highly suggest you guys go and check him out. It's amazing. Um, Becoming a master bladesmith would be a hell of an accomplishment and something I'd really like to add to what seems to be a growing list of skill sets that I've created for myself. But yeah, it is getting a bit late, guys, and looks like everything's kind of petering out a little bit. So we'll
I mean, I
we'll
have more questions, but
we'll
I'll ask those next time.
oh yeah. What I'll do is I'll give it to an hour mark, and then I'll take a few more questions, and then we'll kind of go from there. That if that sounds fair to everyone.
Said bladesmith?
Say again, Alex.
Did someone say bladesmith?
Yes, I was talking about bladesmithing. There's someone that might be. I may be, and it's a long shot, but I may be able to learn bladesmithing from a number of individuals in my area, and I'm pretty excited about doing so.
Good luck with that.
It does sound fun.
Oh yes, that is.
Can I ask another?
Yes, Nero. You can ask another question.
Would you like to play multiplayer Beat Saber sometime?
Multiplayer Beat Saber. I'm not good at regular Beat Saber, let alone multiplayer Beat Saber. I would just drag everyone down with me. Okay. Well, let's do a last call for questions. I will wait another 10 minutes, and that should close us out at an hour with the outro.
What question?
Okay. Go ahead.
What is your favorite Call of Duty?
My favorite Call of Duty? They're all pretty much the same as far as like how the shooting mechanics works. But I don't know. Probably Advanced Warfare was probably like my really the one I really enjoyed. Call of Duty let me look that up just to make sure I get the title right, because that'd be embarrassing to get that wrong. Let's see. Which one did I really spend more time on? Let's see. Let's see here. I played a lot of Remastered. I played a little bit of Warzone. Probably Black Ops 4.
Yeah.
But all the Black Ops games were really good, and I got really into those. Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 2, I got really into. Okay, so Vexy, how do you feel about people turning a hobby into their lifestyles? Some people do that. Some people really push a lot into a hobby, so much so that it becomes a like everything that they are. And I think that can be both good and bad. That is something that you can make. You can make your hobby your lifestyle. Depending on what the hobby is, that could be very productive for you. You could end up making that into a career and it be great. You can also let it consume your life, and then you kind of forget about the other things that matter. So I'm kind of two minds of that. It really depends on like what that hobby is and whether or not you can contend with that lifestyle. Lifestyle, if I could speak right, and also like go forward with life. So I'm kind of two minds with that. I hope that answers that question. Okay. We got about 5 more minutes, so I'm willing to take a few more questions, and then I think we'll probably call it after that. So I got time for a couple more. Aside from that, we should be good.
So, when you drink your leaf water, do any leaves do it? Does it have to be a specific kind of leaf?
Now, there's the question, because you can't just drink anything. You can't just, you can't just drink some, like, PT Tips, swill, and, call it tea, because it's not. It's,
Leaf water is leaf water.
Yeah, bean water is bean water, though.
Hey, my beans are better than your leaves.
I don't know about all that. I would contend that my leaf water is far superior to your
game. You want a chess game? Is that it?
I think I think so. I think we could have a chess game.
Well, joke's on you. I got 4th place in my local tournament.
What's your ELO?
ELO, nice. I don't even remember, honestly. It's been a while.
Yeah?
About 1,000, I think.
1,000?
Yeah.
Last I checked, I was probably around the 1,300 mark for mine, but it's not an official rating, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh, yeah, that's my official rating. I don't actually remember. Jesus.
Yeah.
I have to look it up.
No, I've played chess since I was a kid. I deeply enjoy the game.
I don't like playing it online, truthfully.
It's too easy for someone to run a bot. They can
I
run.
know, it's just, I move too fast online. I like it better offline,
You take more time when you're looking at the person and the board. I agree with that. I'll agree with that. There's been several times I've moved and I've just looked down at the board and went, "Oh, well, that's the game."
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I deeply enjoy chess, and a number of other mental activities. I think that they're great. They're fascinating.
Yeah.
Well, I think we have a little bit more time, just a bit more, and then I can do like a pretty cheesy sign off, and that'll pretty much do it. We don't have like too many viewers right now. I think it's like 5. It's fine though. It's all right for like I do indeed. We have a number there, and it's toward the end of the stream, so that's okay. But I think Dutchy is typing out another question, so we'll wait patiently on that for just a minute, and then we'll go from there. Wow, that Scoop guy is really swell. I see.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It would be more convincing if you'd muted your mic so I couldn't hear your keyboard going.
Oh, God damn. Now you have to wonder if I did that on purpose.
I don't know. It's the end of the stream. Who cares, man? But yeah, I think we'll probably just go ahead and call it for tonight. That's good. We got a minute off of what I had kind of set aside for that, and we really did like an hour and a half, really, when you think about it. This is a great format. I think I'll probably keep this one, doing kind of late night live streams with you guys. I really enjoy it. I really hope you guys enjoyed it too. Thank you guys so much. Again, special thanks to everyone that and dying. That's great. Like I was saying, special thanks to everyone that jumped in chat and asked their questions, whether you did it on voice or you did it over text, or you did it in the comments of the video itself. Thank you guys again so very, very much for all of those things. It was very instrumental. Special thanks to Scoop for helping sort out a few technical issues with OBS. Again, special thanks to Ink for being our stalwart mod in this whole thing and making sure that people stayed in line and asked their questions and got their questions done.
Ink's bullying the chat.
Yeah, apparently so.
True.
Dutchy actually
I
just asked
personally
one more
think so.
question, so we're gonna get to Dutchy's question before we fully wrap up here, because I don't want to. They wrote their question out, so I should probably read it. Dutchy says, "Did you ever try VR in the fandom?" Not really. I know a lot of people did. I know a lot of people did the chat rooms and things like that. I didn't myself, but I really thought it was kind of a cool concept. Kind of virtual hangouts and things like that are really neat. And I know a lot of people did full rigs for their characters in VR. And I know some people. A good friend of mine, Suki, does rigging work for models and things for video games, and suggested that she would be able to do something like that for me. And I thought about doing that. It is a bit expensive, but I did think that it might be worth it. So I consider the VR fandom stuff to be really, really fun, and I think that that'd be kind of cool, and something that more people should kind of push into, because it is neat, and it kind of gives you the ability, even if you can't travel, to kind of see your friends and be with them. So yeah, I think it's a good thing, a positive thing on the whole. I hope that answers your question, Dutchy. Anyway, guys, again, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And again, special thanks to all the people that asked questions. You're absolutely amazing, and you definitely made the show. We're definitely going to keep this format. We'll be doing other types of formats as well. We may bring back some gaming content for you guys. We will have our regular scheduled content uploaded, hopefully weekly now. Hopefully, with a number of different topics and things, ranging from this next week's topic is hobbies, and the week after that, I think we probably will do personal space, which is just a topic that I think everyone needs to at least hear. Even if you already know it, you should hear it again. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, do the things. We are reworking our Patreon so that the rewards make sense. I hope that helps everyone. And we will be doing a live call-in show, hopefully weekly, for everyone, at least once a week. I can't promise it any longer than that, but at least once a week. So again, thank you guys so much for stopping by and joining us today. It's been absolutely fantastic. I didn't know what we were going to get into. I had like a bunch of things set out because I was just like, I don't know, somebody might want to talk about this, and I'm not really versed in that, so I should have my laptop open, and, just all kinds of things. So yeah. Thank you guys so much again. Your support means the absolute world to us. We are so close to 5K, so remember to, link this to your friends and, share it with other people. And if you haven't already subbed to us, consider doing so, please. And leaving a like definitely helps the channel. I know it doesn't seem like much, but leaving a like to the video really helps us out a lot. Got to get the watch time up and all that kind of nonsense. Got to be perfect for the algorithm. Okay, well, that pretty much covers the obligatory sign-off. And we will see you next time. I really genuinely hope all of you enjoyed this, and I hope that we have more and more people jumping in and asking questions, because I absolutely love this format. I think it's very, very useful. So thank you guys again, and have a fantastic night or fantastic morning, as the case may be, wherever you are in the world. Bye, guys.
Bye, Sven.